What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Core Ring, and I don't think there's any surprise. I mean, there probably shouldn't be, that I hate the overwhelming majority of mainstream media. I believe that they would be happy to destroy your life for a few extra clicks. This is their model. This is not up for debate. There are entire television networks like CNN that aim to keep their viewers inside and afraid and constantly fill them with misinformation, answering to nobody. There are outlets like BuzzFeed that would be happy to ruin the lives of my fellow YouTubers and have done it multiple times just because they don't like the YouTube videos that they make, getting people suspended from Patreon. This is what most modern mainstream journalists do, and Vice is no excuse. Yes, I know they make some pretty funny documentaries about taking shrooms and whatever here and there, but Vice is not the same company that they were a long time ago. In fact, they are hemorrhaging money, laying people off constantly, and yet they continue to stick to the squash the little guy mentality for their journalists. And over the weekend, Alex Stein happened to be at CPAC, which is a conservative conference, and there's a Vice reporter there who goes by the name Tess Owen. And a lot of people are having some mixed feelings about this. They're saying his interactions with her were just over the edge and mean and blah, 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 blah. These people want you dead, okay? Before I show you this video, I want to show you some of the articles just a few of the articles that were put together that this very same reporter has written. Quote, nearly 50% of Twitter accounts talking about the COOF might be bots. Twitter is dealing with bots jamming the platform with misinformation. Written by Tess Owen of Vice News. Many of these bots rapidly feeding U.S. developed the COOF bio, or the American politicians are issuing mandatory lockdowns. Here's the Boogaloo Boys are bringing their stuff to the ideology to lockdown protests. Written by Tess Owen. Rebel sheriffs are freaking out over the mandates that don't exist yet. Written by Tess Owens. Tess Owen. So Tess Owen is and has not been anything but, has never not been some piece of the establishment media that wants you locked down, living in fear, as evidenced by the only person at the convention wearing an N95. Now, I will say, I noticed a resurgence in masks. I went to a play last night, Wizard of Oz. It was okay. I've seen Wizard of Oz a couple times. This was not one of the better ones, but it was, some of the actors were really good. But I noticed kind of resurgence in masks, and as I've always said, and I'll say it right here, right now again, wear it if you want. It's okay. Like, I don't get, like, dunking. Like, I see people driving in their car alone wearing them, and I'm like, oh, what's going on there? I know who you voted for, kind of thing. But, like, whatever. Like, do your thing. So, a lot of people, you see, like, this Alex Salvi of Newsmax saying, yeah, this isn't cool. And there's a whole bunch of, like, leftist meltdowns. But you can see Christina Pashaw writing, what he's doing to her in this video is what Vice and other liberal media journalists do to their targets. Anyone who finds this uncomfortable should see how they act around conservative politicians. How about Taylor Lorenz showing up the families' homes of libs of TikTok?
So this is the Vice reporter. You can tell the only one in a mask here. So how are you doing?
Just doing my job.
She's
just doing my job. One of the most hilarious cop-outs of all time. Your job, unless if your job is, and again, that's just a small sampling of the articles that, you know, Tess has written about the American people, or actually not just American people, just regular plebs, you know.
here trolling everybody here. So she's the only one here in a mask, and she's just saying negative stuff. I can't believe they let you in here. Do you feel like you're lying or sheep in the lion's den?
I have credentials to be here. So.
Yeah, so do I. But I'm saying, see, this is Vice, guys. This person, she's trying to troll this event. She thinks all of you guys are losers. So that's what she posts on the internet. She posts the most out of context stuff. See, Vice is the worst media company there.
And by the way, she also posted tweets, you know, laughing at people, you know, who are defending them, you know, who are on trial at J6 and stuff like that. You know, this
There
is,
is.
you know.
They're all liars. So what do you think about your crappy media company?
Just do my job, and if you have a
I know.
problem with me being here, you can take it up with CPAC.
I know, but don't you think Vice is a bunch of liars?
No, I'm very proud.
Oh, you're proud of, you know, you guys mainly talk about drugs. Are you a drug addict too? Like all the Vice content you make? Guys, this is the Vice. Guys, this person, she's a loser right here. Pro-vaccine mandates? Oh, it's none of my business, but she's pro-vaccine mandates. Are you on your 5th vaccine?
It's none of your business.
Oh, it's not? So why do you want to mandate them if it's none of my business? Are you pro-vaccine mandates? Oh, it's none of my business, but she's a mask at the conservative event. Alex Stein. See, Vice is a liar. She's a liar. And then when inflation affects you? Do you think the country's doing well?
Why are you? What? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at this, a Vice.
Now, continuing to follow her around and whatever, I get is on the fringe of like, you know, at some point you gotta like peel off a little bit, and you got your own in. And, you know, I think that that's exactly what he did. I mean, the whole interaction was less than 2 minutes, or about 2 minutes or so from what I could see. You could see a lot of the comments. Beautiful when a journalist is humiliated, an angel gets their wings. If conservatives had any stones, someone would fund this guy with $1 billion to scale what he's doing. This is exactly what needs to be happening to these people everywhere they go, every day of the week. They made the rules. Now let's see if they can handle it. No mercy. Yeah, I mean, look, here's how I stand. Here's where I stand on it. Screw Vice Media, and I don't care about this at all whatsoever. This person was at a public event. Again, I'm holding them to their own standards here. They were at a public event. They weren't at their home, which we know Taylor Lorenz, you know, establishment media person doesn't care about. They weren't eating dinner with their family. They were at a convention there to, of course, write hit pieces about conservatives, which is exactly what this journalist was there to do. Some people said, like, hey, I don't know why they let you in. And I don't know why you wouldn't let them in. I don't think that that's a good tactic. You should let journalists in from both sides. You know, I would want conservative journalists to be allowed in at Democratic conventions, right? You know, but like, this is you see, yeah, all the articles that this person has written over the years getting thrown back in their face. I don't think this is such mild, harmless trolling, and all the mainstream conservative people are condemning him. I'm not condemning him. I think what he did is 100% fine. 100%. Now, if it went on for a half an hour or something like that, or went on whatever, okay, well, you know, that's maybe a little too long. But this is like 2 minutes, all right? These people ruin people's lives. They want you locked down. They want you poor. They want you living off the system. They want to control the words that you're allowed to say. I mean, I'm not making this up. You see, of course, like all these people losing their minds over it. You know, oh, he was harassing her. Oh, he was a menace to society. Nah, I don't buy that. You could see some of the news articles here. You know, on Monday, it's going to be an explosion. Like, I would not be surprised if Alex gets banned off Twitter for this. I'm just that serious. I just know how this stuff works, and I hope that's not the case. Vice reporter, that really says it all. This is via Twitchy. Considering how badly the left, have been treating people on the right for years and years and years now, we don't exactly have a whole lot of sympathy for the Vice reporter, Tess Owen, who would take a gander through, if you take a gander through her tweets to remind you all who she really is and what she's about and what she really thinks, but she locked down her verified account, which used to be a big no-no. After Alex Stein trolled her at CPAC, could she have been any more obvious in her silly little face ID? She keeps saying, I'm just doing my job, but even after he points out that she's taking things out of context to write nasty things about the event, that's her job? Weird. Don't start none, won't be none. She protected her tweets, thought verified accounts weren't allowed to do that. I didn't know that was the case. Oh, that used to be the rule. Oh, apparently that is the case. Last seen mocking J6 political prisoners, tough reporter protected their tweets. This is highly appropriate. Vice deserves every little single bit of this and more. You've got Tess to go into her safe space. Good on you. She's probably one of the most vile propagandists for Vice. The over-under on when she writes a piece of, she was attacked by the same meanie that went after Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And this is indicative of the misogynist state of the men on the right. Blah, 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 blah. She'll paint herself as some powerful whammon who went into the jaws of the evil conference. And they'll blame Trump. Yeah, I mean, I would think that that's exactly the case. Look, I know that, you know, the thing is, journalists are not a protected class, especially when you look at some of the things that this person has written over the years. They are not fighting for the little guy. They're just not. They're extended arms of authoritarian rule, and they want you in your house. They want you eating the bugs. They want you to own nothing and be happy. So no, I don't care. I don't care that a journalist at a public event who was there to write a hit piece about it almost certainly had a little mild discomfort for 2 minutes. Don't care. But you just watch. You know, I'm recording this video on Sunday because I've got meetings all day on Monday that I have to deal with. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's this huge push to get him banned. And that will prove exactly my point, is that I couldn't care less. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.